Okay, I don't know, we're back on again, back on live streaming. Hopefully it starts up. There we go, streaming. That looks like that's working. Okay, come on, Sakai. I'll move this off the screen so I can watch it down here, but now you can watch over my shoulder. There we go, down there. It seems to be working. Oh. Yep, so hide that. So, okay. So welcome, of course, to the Sakai project. Sakai is a great learning management system that's open source and just plain awesome. Okay, so this one, there's actually another one. Derek Ramsey. From Longsight. So when is this? This is from 18 November 2016. So that's about six months ago. And I think this is a duplicate of this that Matt put in. So we're going to work on these. So Sakai has these features. This is code that I don't know much about, right? And so Sakai has this feature. I think this is the first time that I'm going into the template code. Sakai has this feature where you can edit these templates, and they create sort of template accounts, template sites that are copied when you make a various kind of site. So I think I can search for user exclamation, or maybe it's exclamation user. That must be it. Yeah, the exclamation user. So if you do things to this site and you put stuff in here, I don't know if I can play with this in worksite setup or not. Is there a search in here? Yeah. Exclamation user. That's just, I got to do it through sites. So these are basically template sites. And so let me go in a new page. I think I can go to exclamation user. Yeah, so these are the tools. Preferences. That's kind of old. Maybe it's not. So the thing is can you add to this guy in user? Can you add a tool to this exclamation user site? We should probably take dashboard out, given I think that we're deprecating dashboard for this. You can add stuff to it. I don't really know how. I don't add stuff. This frightens me. Go to external tools to install a new identity. Click on select, click tool links, create tool links. Oh, I see how we're doing it. I see how they're doing it. They're doing it this way. They're doing it by going here. And I didn't even know you could do this. External tools. Do we got anything in there? Yeah. So then tool links. So now what I can do, come on, Sakai. It's not rebuild time. Yeah. Create tool links. And edit. Type exclamation user. Holy mackerel. And I can add a site link. I would have never thought to do this Never thought to do this. So it's there, and it's in that user site, and now what happens is if I log out, and like I said, I have never done this. So make myself a thing for Haruki. So as we make this Haruki account, it's going to copy that, and it's going to copy that site, that template site, and this test link shows up, and it seems like a reasonable thing, and I go click. Oh, it says not yet configured. Say anything, but I think at that point what they're complaining about is that there is a series of nasty error messages. So let's take a look at the log on nightly. Right. So this is in that code. It's in that code, and that's probably because, what are we complaining about? Null pointer exception in iframe Sakai iframe Java. Well, I guess we can look at that line of code. I do not think that's the problem. I mean that is the problem, but I don't think that null pointer is the, just like checking for null pointer, but, you know. cd dev Sakai trunk basic LTI. Where's that guy? Sakai. Copy that. Find dot nice name. Blang. Edit this code. Well, interestingly, redirecting tool inline URL. Let's go to 195. 195. Go. So what it's doing here is it's got a key. Well, it'll be easier when I'm doing it locally, and I can show you how the database sets up for all this. What I'm thinking about right now is the problem here is this key exists. There's like a tool, which is a Sakai placement, and then behind it there's a content item. And what we have is we have a content item for which the permission is the exclamation user permission, not the CSEV or Haruki or whatever permission. So this is checking my security to make sure you can't go loading tool placements or content items inside of Sakai that don't belong to you. What we need to do is make a copy of that tool item and make it belong to this site. So what I could do, I mean, there's really two strategies here. I could fix it right here. I could detect this situation, then I could go up and I could check to see if there is a content item. I'd have to sort of sneak into admin super user mode, which I could. It's really easy to do. I could switch into super user mode and grab this, and if this failed, decide if there is an instanceable tool, and I could create the instance right here. I could create the content item instance at this moment. This is one place I could do it. one place Sac. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is some research and then wander around for a bit, because I need to think through architecturally Sac 3265. I think through architecturally what I feel best about. I mean, there's lots of ways to skin a cat sometimes, but I got to architecturally figure out where I want to do this. So that's one place to fix this. Use the DAO to look upwards and create a new content item for this site. I mean, I literally could do it. I could. And I'm not discounting this out of hand at this point, but now it's exactly sort of what I expected to happen. So that was the easy one, because I know this code. This is my code. I know this code. The hard one is to fix it at the moment that user site is being copied. I don't even know where that code is. Someone grepped the whole source tree looking for it. Somewhere, when it's making a new user. Well, no, this grep always takes so long, so I was like, okay, maybe I can guess where it's at. See site manage. Grep. There's our exclamation user. Let's put that in my double quotes. Oh, you rascal. That's not it. That's not it. Did you find it there, Grepster? Happy little Grepster. Stats manager. Oh crap. Got too many things. People want SQL. Don't want any of that. I've never traced through the code for making new users and making sites for those new users. So I don't even have a clue as to where to look. Ship action. Go to kernel. And maybe site. Maybe site's a better choice. Maybe site for user or something like that. Let's go here. Look at the API for it. What do we got? Get instance, no, yada, yada, yada. A lot of crap there. Site exists, buttons access, allow update. That's all straightforward. Save site membership, save site info, allow add site. Add site. Templates. Get user sites, get sites, set user security, join, group, site type, site title. None of that feels good. I'm just like shooting duck here. That in Java. Look at that. Well, while we're at it, base user directory service. This looks kind of interesting. Created user ID. User edit. User directory. Dog wants in. I'll be back in a sec. So I was trying to figure out if site had a user dependency on user or user dependent had a dependency on site. I got a feeling this is a whole nother place. So let's do this. Let's start Sakai up so I can start looking around. Start the database up. That's up. Start Sakai, tail. Might be able to just instead work through this new account. So what tool is that? Workspace. Sites. Gateway. It's gonna get me there quicker. Gateway, we gotta look at pages. And then account. Okay, there we go. It's a Sakai create user tool. So now we're gonna find where the UI of that is. We're gonna find where that UI is, and maybe we'll see that that has an action, and in that action it's doing the setup. That was probably a smarter way to go about this. About the SQL. What is this crazy amount of JavaScript or something? CSS. Admin tools. So there we go. Control C. Admin, no. Where was it? Admin-tools. Okay. What? So I'll find tool registration. So we got the create user. The user account. So then what we got to do is where this web XML is. The user is going to this web app. Which web app? Permissions, helper, realms action, admin action, users action. Users. Users actions. Project user users action. Okay, so does that live in here? That admin tools, of course. How could that be? This might be actually pretty well structured code, because I like the fact that there's a lot of controller classes here. There's a lot of little bits and pieces, and it looks like they put them all in different controller classes. And that might be good. That might be something I can work with a little better. So let's see what we got here. We got resource loader. What about that? I don't care. Create user. Build main panel context. Create user. We're getting to the action pretty fast. Build create context. So far, this is structured quite nicely. Create blurb. And where is the action? Underscore create. Whoa, how did this guy go all the way over here? Oh, but here we go. So I am going to make this a debug mode guy. Sakai properties. I need to do this more, where I just immediately turn debug mode on in the code I'm working with, and then some of the bugs, just leave them in. Just leave them in. So now I've got to stop and restart. That way, when we're coming back in, it'll just be right there. Of course, now I gotta compile this guy, and this looks like it's all tools, so I think I can hot deploy all this. What I really need to do is do a find next name, start at the end. Love velocity tools, ever say that. So which one of these ends? Yeah, so chef users create, that's going to be it. Chef users create. What I'm looking for is the action. Tool form action. Well, that's okay. I guess that's gonna. Build user. Build create. Build create context. Okay. So where is my action? Where's my action? Where's the action? Oh. What? Well, you know what I can do? I can go to that way, log out. I can go to the account, and I can inspect, find the form. Like that one. Action, go right back to it. It's the post. No. What is that? No. Something pretty. User form. Do save. Do save. Maybe it's only created when they log in. Maybe it creates the user and then it creates the home folder when they log in, which happens at authenticate user. So it might be in site service. I'll call Lifeline. See if Glenn's available. Just call him. Hey Glenn, you got a minute? I'm coding live, so don't say anything really bad, okay? Okay, can I put you on speaker? Okay. So hey.
Hey.
So I got a question for you. You know when you go and you make a new account and it then makes the home for that new person? Where does that happen? Where it's copying the template to make the new person's home folder. Man, I am looking all over for it.
That's like, that information is on mag tape. I need to reload that tape. I have to find the tape.
It's from 2001. It's from.
It might take a few minutes.
So let me just ask you a couple of potentially helping queries.
Yes.
So I'm looking at the code under admin tools called users action, and it seems as though all it does is creates the account. And I'm wondering.
Users action would be the admin users tool, and that's not what you're looking for, right? Aren't you looking at login?
Well, admin users is admin tools / users action is the code that puts up under new account. That's what's running under new account. And if you look under its do save method, it is very carefully making the user account, email, and all that stuff. And then it's creating the user. Right? It's creating the user, creating the user, creating the user, creating the user, creating the user. Then it authenticates them.
Run it by me again. Where the users is this when the admin creates the user?
Nope. This is when you're clicking on new user. You're not even logged in.
Okay, and it's not a portal thing.
No, it's in Gateway. Are you looking at code?
No, I'm just trying to.
Okay, well, so what I'm seeing is that at some point it redirects you afterwards, and I think that as part of login. Oh wait, usage session service login. I wonder if that's it. I wonder if it's usage session service login that basically says usage session service. Login.
Have you identified the code? It actually creates the site or the realm.
The site in the realm is what I'm looking for. That's the code I'm looking for.
Oh, okay. Do you know the name of the templates?
I know the name of the templates.
It's like...
The template's not good. It's like admin tools, chef users create VM. But that just
the actual realm template that it's going to make a copy of, or the site template that's going to make a copy of.
It's like exclamation user.
Yeah, bang user. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me see what that looks like.
I have this up and down. No, I don't want to be on neither. That'll confuse me.
Interesting. So that's okay.
Or maybe it's user template. I think it's just exclamation point user. Yeah, so that's my problem, is I cannot.
Oh, is that it? Bang user template?
It's just bang user. So if you go into like sites, the admin sites, and you put in exclamation user, you will find the default tools that end up on the left-hand side of all new user accounts. User directory service. What is the user directory service? And user. I wonder if it's in the head user. Nope.
Site service ended up in kernel, right?
Yep.
Kernel's in here somewhere?
It's under direct folder kernel.
Yep, I see it. Okay.
Yeah, that happened after Sakai like 2.6. That was the major 2.6 thing.
Wait, kernel.
It's a concept that's not too useful anymore. Copilot. Oh, the admin tools. These are all your old tools, Glenn. And it happens to be that new user just happens to be living among these things that are mostly just admin tools.
Admin site action?
Yeah, all these things. All the under top folder admin tools.
A lot of people create sites. Holy crap.
This is the problem with any sort of perfect environment. You got to have a way into it, and you got to open up this little tiny corner, the new account button. You're not logged in, so you have no power, but you have to let them in anyways.
Wait, so it would click on the new account button, right?
Yeah.
So you can just trace it from there.
I could, but I don't know how to run the debugger. You know how to run the debugger?
Well,
no.
I'm trying to look at Eclipse. My Eclipse really freaked out when I put Sakai in there.
Yeah.
I had to give it
no, it tells me that you got to do something special for it. I don't know.
Yeah, I found Anthony's post about that, which was kind of fun.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna try.
You know what, Glenn? Let's not worry about this. I thought maybe you'd have it on the top of your tongue, even though it's 10 years old. 10 years ago. I will. I'll sign off from my streaming for a while, and I'll go break some leaves or something, and then it'll come to me.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right.
See ya.
I'll let you know if I think of anything.
Okay. Bye, Glenn. So I'm gonna just kind of chill because I'm not doing very well. I'm not making sense here, and so it's just easier to go do something else. Like anything in programming, if you're stuck on something, go do something else for a while.